Welcome back. This is Karen and Archer, and we are headed out to plein air paint today at the local park and fish. We're still under quarantine, so we have to stay 6 feet from other people. So we're going to give it a try. Hopefully, it's not too crowded. All right, here we go. We're off. Brian's goes fishing. I kind of went down here so I can kind of look up that way. I mean, you don't have to stay with me as long as we stay away from 6 feet from people. I think we're good to go. And they have the fishing rules posted. Hopefully we don't attract a whole lot of attention.
15 bluegill across.
I see some ducks. Backpack. I'm kind of set up underneath this big pine tree, but I think got a little bit of shade. Brian's there with ducks. I'm kind of liking this view right here. Not sure how far I want to get back, but we'll get the viewfinder out and see how we like to set it up. Here's a little preview of me getting my setup going. That's my chair I got from Amazon. It's about 2.5 feet tall. I liked it because it's a little bit taller. In your plein air setup, spending the money on a good tripod is something you really want to do. So shop around and really invest in your tripod. You can adjust it into different heights. As you can see, I'm extending it out. In my mind there, I'm just deciding if I'm going to stand up or if I'm going to sit down and where my view is going to be. There's also a little level bubble on the side of it to make sure that it is level, so that's a pretty good feature to look for when you're looking for one of them, is having a little level guide. On the ground, I'm getting ready to pick up my canteen. I found that at Walmart in the sporting goods. You definitely want to make sure you have a good canteen of liquid with you and stay hydrated. I know you get busy painting and you forget to drink enough, but out there you really need to make sure you have enough water. I think I had tea at the time. I'm choosing not to use my backpack as weight, so I'm moving it out of the way. There's a hook under there that you can weigh your backpack down if you choose to. I'm getting out of the backpack now a tarp that I've cut down to about a 3.5 to 4.5 feet. A lot of times I don't even unfold it. I put it down and put it on the ground to protect my stuff from poison ivy or anything like that, and it kind of gives you a little table to use the ground. I keep my brush wash in that little container there. It has a lid. It's one of them throwaway little containers you can get from the store. It fits really good down in there with my medium, just to have the extra assurance I'm not spilling it all over my backpack. I'm using Van Dyke Brown and Gamsol to tone the canvas. I'm starting to like to tone it kind of dark. I'm using raw umber to do the drawing, loosened up with Gamsol. I'm putting in the land line in front of me and deciding where the water's going to be and headed on to my horizon line. There was a lot of busy stuff in the background, and I really want to simplify the background, not have a lot of details so you can have that distance. Putting in the trees, and remember, this is your part where you're painting really thin. I'm dipping the brush into Gamsol, and I'm actually removing the paint from the tone part to put in my highlights. I'm deciding the water is going to be one of the features that's going to be lighter. Putting in the sky. Sky is always one of your lightest points. My favorite part of the scene I was looking at is the highlights on the ground where the sun was casting through the trees. So I'm removing those highlights now because I really want to play up that green color. I'm putting out titanium white and some Van Dyke brown. I'm getting out cobalt green and cadmium lemon to my palette. In my palette cup, I have Liquid Original as a medium I'm using. It really helps dry the paint faster. I'm starting to lay in the cast of the highlights of the grass in. I really want to capture the highlights while the sun was out. I'm adding out Caesarean blue. I'm putting in the sky now, using different tones of the blue. I'm trying to keep it dark toward the edges and lighter in the middle. Right there is pretty much our scene. So you have, we have the lightness of the grass here, the strip of light green here. I like how this light is shining up on the purplish blooms, and in the background how they're reflecting of the water. So that's pretty much what I want to capture, is that right there. I'm using Alinzum Crimson for the red, which is helping me with that purple tint. I'm putting out Asphalten. It is a transparent color. I'm using different combinations of the burnt sienna and the asphalten and the Van Dyke brown to lay in the darkness of the trees. Keep in mind that I'm still painting really thin on this step of the painting. I'm heading in doing the shadows on the grass, putting still at this point, keeping everything very thin. I'm putting in the hill in the background. Keep in mind your brush strokes do matter, that I am putting the paint on in a little bit of a slanting motion, so it will imply that hill in the background. I'm starting on that second layer of the highlights in the grass to get that highest level of brightness in a painting. You want to really layer your paint up. So I will be going back over this area and throughout the video layering up the paint. I'm going in with the Lism Crimson to start putting in the beautiful flowers on this tree. I'm coming in to work on the water. I'm trying to get some of the darkest points of the water. I really struggled with the water the whole time I was out there painting. Their waterfall was really causing a lot of ripples, and I was trying to get them in, and it was a tough time, but I still enjoyed myself. It's just the challenge of plein air painting. I'm headed in to put in the highlights that the sun's casting onto the trees from on the left side of the tree trunks. I'm just going to imply that there's two ducks in the water. I'm not really giving them much detail or color. Alright, here we are. I really like how the highlights are coming in. I don't want to get too fussy, but I want to go back where this doesn't look like grass. I want to make some brush strokes to get that to look like grass. I'm pretty satisfied with, I might blend in the water a little bit more, but as far as the trees and the skies, I'm pretty much liking it. I'll get you a little view of the actual area plus the painting. Should be that. Okay, I've probably got a little bit of a tan while I've been here. Not really being in the sun too much. Yeah, my little friends, the ducks down here, they've actually stayed pretty distant from me. It's been a really gorgeous day. I really enjoyed every bit of this. My setup, I'll step back and give you a view of it here. I'll turn it around. That's where I've been most of the day set up. I was actually beginning in the shade, but the sun really came out and put me in the sun, which is okay. It really loosened up a lot of my paint, so I didn't have to use so much liquid. But all in all, I think it's been a very successful day. Alright, I don't know how many touch-ups I'll actually do on this. I'm pretty satisfied with it, but we'll take it back in the studio and see if we want to do anything else to it. Time to pack up and head back. Alright, there's not too much I want to do any corrections. We're back in the studio. I just want to straighten up actually this shoreline right here. We're still in there. The rest of it I'm pretty much liking. I might go in and put a little bit darker. Areas out here. This area here I actually didn't get any paint on. I really like the highlights of the shadows and the tree line. I just love the pretty colors in the tree. I think that turned out really well. I'll take a picture of this outside in the daylight so you get a good overall picture. Well, thanks for joining me today on our plein air adventure to Scott County Park. Brian did catch a little bit of fish, so that was good. Until next time, as always, keep painting.